Hey, I gotta be honest. I think I miss it too. I can't ponder life anymore. I got nothing to like play with. I'm gonna have to grow the beard back. Anyway, I thought I would take things back to basics because I am building some simple RDAs so that people can come in and try all of our flavors in a very simple sense. Right now I'm gonna build like a 0.5-ish. I haven't looked it up. There's some apps and stuff on online that you can use, but I'm gonna kind of wing it. It's been a long time since I've done just a straight round wire single coil build, but I thought I would like put it online so that you guys can see it. It's really quite basic. It takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but any old 24 gauge will do. I'm using the stainless steel 316L, and I'm going to take it off, and there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. You can take some wire off and clip it and put it into your drill and straighten it, or put a little bit of tension into it like so. 24 is a little stiffer, so pull some tension and it's gonna straighten it for you. Don't stretch it too much. I mean, don't, whatever, but I like to just put a little bit of tension just so I feel it stretch, and then it's nice and tight. And then you can clip it off, and you've got a nice little straight piece of wire. I mean, there's a ton of people online that'll show you how to make Claptons and fused Claptons and Staggertons and Aliens and all that stuff, but I haven't seen a video on straight round wire, back to basics, very simply made. I've got this little Coil Master tool. We've got them here for like 10 bucks. It doesn't break the bank, or you can just use a screwdriver. I just find that these guys make it very, very simple. There's a couple of holes right in the top there. I'm going to feed it into one of them. One of them is for going over top this way, and one of them is for going underneath the other way. I find it pretty awkward to go this way because I've been going this way for so long. But do what makes sense to you. So I've got a little, I don't know, 3/4 inch bit of wire hanging over. I just push it down, and then I'm gonna take and start a half wrap like so. I'm using a 3mm diameter. Depending on the tank or the RDA or the RDTA or whatever it is that you're building, some will require a bigger or a smaller one. Some of them have lots and lots of room, so it doesn't matter. But the smaller you go, the quicker the ramp time, the hotter the vape in general. And the larger diameter you go, take a little bit longer to ramp up, depending on what you're doing, what wire you're using, what alloy, all that stuff. But the bigger you go, generally, the cooler it is and the longer the ramp time. Cooler the vape's gonna be. Anyhow, so I've got that 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. I'm just pinching it with my thumb here. I've got the half wrap. Then I'm going to put the corresponding mandrel and the hole over top. There's a little nut on top here that's gonna ride on your wire. So take your time and kind of watch in there, and essentially what you're trying to do is basically unscrew. It'll be a right-hand thread in this orientation, but you're just kind of, every time you make a rotation, it'll come out a little bit further. I hope that makes sense. So that half wrap I don't count. I went around once. That's one wrap. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your time. Go slow. I'm going to go 11 wraps. You can get fancy or not get fancy. That's 11 wraps, 24 gauge. And there's a few different ways you can pull it out. With a round wire build like this, it's not super difficult, and plus I put an extra wrap on there. I'm going for a 10 wrap. So because I put an extra wrap on there, I can kind of pull it out and leave that first wrap a little bit wonky. There's like a little space gap there. I'm gonna flip my coil around, put it back on the mandrel, take a pair of pliers, grab onto that funky side, and just gently pull it back out, and it cleans everything up so that it's nice and perfect. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. My front camera kind of sucks. Fuck it. You know what good wraps and bad wraps look like. This is just a quickie just to show you guys kind of what's what. You can get fancy with it and put a fancy bend on it or whatever, but at this point you've got a functional coil. Now all that's left is just fit it into the RDA that you're using. You can use this little mandrel once you get it in nice and tight to move it around and wiggle it and stuff. I wasn't going to do the install, but it's going to take just a few seconds. I've got the Pulse 24 here, which we also have on sale in Blue Vapes. I think it's going for, I don't even know, I'm not even going to quote. It's just, it's cheap as Borscht right now. And set it in the holes. Screw down your set screws, whatever RDA you're using. Meh. One. And two. I use this little mandrel for installation, and then I can kind of manipulate it, move it around a little bit. Let's see how close I was. I'll fire it up. And 0.46. Stainless steel is going to start a little bit low and work its way up. So I was going for about a 0.5. I should get there. And now it's just a matter of warming it up. I'm going to turn it down because I'm using such a high resistance. It's not really that high for a lot of people. Old school people will understand a lot of, 10, 15, maybe max 20 watts for a round wire build like this. I mean, it's kind of up to you too. I'm sure people will push the limits to 50 watts or whatever. Got my ceramic tweezers. I'm at 10 watts, and I'll just warm it up nice and slow. Kind of manipulate the coil so that it looks nice and pretty. Slowly pulse. It'll start to glow. We're looking for that glowing section to start from the inside out, and nice and consistent and even. It's even easier for a single coil, but we're there. It's that easy. And if you guys want a first-hand look in person, how to do it, I'm here for you, and I can help you. Or if you just want to come in and try this baby with all of our new flavors, this is the way we're gonna do it. I hope that helps someone. Got any more questions, PM me. Or call me. Email me. Send a carrier pigeon. Come see me. What are you puffing? Have a good day.